Hello everyone, it is Briximus Prime back for... Jack, are you serious? Hello everyone, it is Briximus Prime back for another Transformers action figure review, and today I'm going to be reviewing the Transformers Studio Series Leader Class Starscream, and specifically Coronation Starscream. And I've got quite the opinion about this figure, but anyway, let's just get right on into the review by starting with the packaging. And now, taking a look at the packaging, Starscream is the first Leader Class figure of 2022 to feature the closed art packaging without the plastic window. Has a nice image right there. Transformers, the movie, Studio Series, Coronation Starscream, 86, number 12, Hasbro, Transformers Generations. Transformers the movie, here on the side, image of Starscream. Authentic Transformers! Here on the back of the box, we got the obligatory product shots and some images of the accessories. And then here on the side, you got that mugshot of Starscream, Studio Series, Leader Class, and all that stuff. That is pretty much it for the packaging. And Starscream comes to this cardboard backdrop for more display options. So anyway, that is basically it for the packaging. And here is taking a look at Coronation Starscream's accessories. First off, let's start with the throne here. The throne here, this never appeared within the Studio Series. This never appeared within the 1986 film, but this is based on the command chair for the Nemesis, and there's really nothing much to it. It's just a solid, big, purple piece of plastic, and it's got the Decepticon logo and lots of mechanical detail and components. And honestly, this isn't really Starscream's accessory. This is more an accessory that is for Megatron, in my opinion. But it does have the capability of storing all the accessories. You can, in fact, store every accessory on the throne. Jack, are you serious right now? Don't chew on that. Look who decided to join in the review. This is... Everybody, this is Jack. Hey, Jack, say hi to everybody. I'll get back to filming the review in a second. This guy's kind of occupying my space. You happy now? You happy now that you have my chair? Okay. Anyway, Starscream here kind of looks a little out of place on the throne. I mean, he's barely even, actually sitting on it in the first place. Megatron looks a lot more at home sitting on the throne, so I'm just gonna leave him displayed like this on the shelf. Before we go over the Coronation equipping of Starscream, just wanted to go over the basic Starscream mold. If you own the Earthrise figure, this is the exact same thing that you're gonna get, so you know what to expect, and honestly, it kind of makes this a little bit not worth it, but head sculpt looks fine nonetheless. Nice looking Starscream head, nice red eyes. He's got the shoulder intakes right there, and overall, the molding here is very good. I mean, they have all the essential details there. He's got those intakes on his chest. He's got the cockpit belly. He's got the red, the blues, and the grays. And all the essential panel lining and details of the War for Cybertron line. Back's a bit of a mess, but that's become to be considered normal with Starscream. I don't like this little bit that hangs off, but whatever. And, yeah, the only differences between this figure and the Earthrise one is the Earthrise one did not have these opening and closing hands, and also the stripes are not painted on this to be more animation accurate. So it's honestly not that much different. Just very quickly going over the posability, his head here is on a ball joint. It can swivel, look up and down and side to side, and it can tilt a little bit. Wings can flap forward and back and hinge up and down. Shoulders can rotate a full 360. They can move in and out. Bicep swivel. Single jointed elbow that bends over 90 degrees. Mentioned the hands. No waist swivel. No butterfly joints. Piece of garbage. This flap moves up. Allows for the leg to kick forward. Can move back that far. Move outward that far. Thigh swivel. Bend at the knee. This sometimes unpegs. And then he gets an ankle pivot, and then the toes and heel can kind of move independently. And that's it. This Starscream does come with a pair of regular null rays, just like the Earthrise figure. Sorry, I hit the camera there. But he does come with the same null rays as the Earthrise figure, so you can make him look complete. And honestly, this figure is nothing on the Siege Starscream. And this is an unofficial start to the size comparisons, but the Starscream here compared to the Siege one, I prefer the Siege one's proportions. I like how he looks more proportionately accurate. He's all, like, skinny and spindly and kind of more, like, you know, like, looks more like Starscream. This looks like Starscream put on a little weight. I mean, it is based on that old Generations mold, or Universe mold, whatever it was from back in the day. They just upscaled it to Voyager and gave it ankle pivot. But honestly, I prefer this guy because the posability on this guy is better, and I like his more skinny proportions. And he just looks better, in my opinion, but I like the Earth mode on this guy more than the Tetrajet on this one. I'm not saying they should have used this mold for the Studio Series 86. In my opinion, they should have just trashed both these figures and just did an entirely brand new Starscream separate from these two. Basically, make it to where it's this guy's proportionate robot mode with this guy's vehicle mode and make like a hybrid of the two. But anyway, moving on. And then here is Starscream with my last Transformers review, the Transformers Legacy and Kingdom Blaster. Now, I'm going to quickly transform this guy, show you the jet mode, and then we'll go back again, and then we'll transform it quick, and then I'll cut to it to where he's in robot mode again, and we'll go over the Coronation mode. And that is basically it for the transformation. Obviously, everyone's seen this transformation done many times before because it's just the Earthrise mold. But this is a great looking jet mode. I like the way how it looks. He's got the blue fins right there on the figure, and obviously there's no stripes because it's accurate to the cartoon. He's got the nice orange cockpit right here and the nose cone, the red thrusters and intakes. He's got the null rays and the wings, all the mechanical detail and panel linings all there with bits of gray. And just overall, very nice looking jet mode. Everything is exactly the same. Underside kibble isn't all that great, but you're not going to display it like this, are you? Are you? Here is Earth mode Starscream compared next to the Cybertronian Tetrajet Siege Starscream. Here he is compared to the Legacy/Kingdom Autobot Blaster, and obviously they are in scale. That's basically it for the jet mode. Let's just get right on. I'm just going to transform him real fast and back into robot mode, and then I'll show off the Coronation mode. Getting everything onto Starscream is pretty straightforward. So Starscream does come with the Earthrise null rays, but he also comes with this pair of alternate null rays which are cast out of blue plastic but painted in gray with a different peg on it, and they connect onto these shoulder pads, which these connect on to where the null rays connected on for the other null rays. So there is those for you. Sometimes they are on a hinge joint for articulation, but it does make it kind of a pain to get on, but just take your time, be patient with it. And then obviously just lift up this piece right here, plug in the cape into that middle port. We'll go over that in a second. And then finally, for dramatic effect, here is the crown. What is a king without his crown? So there you have Starscream all fully armored up into his Coronation mode. And honestly, obviously there's no details that are changed. Here is just taking a better look at that crown there. Pretty accurate to the movie. Same thing goes with the shoulder pads. Nice gold paint all over the place. And like I said, these can hinge out and these shift independently of the shoulders. So the shoulders can still have as much articulation as possible, so you can still get some pretty good poses out of this guy. And then this guy also has the pink cape right here, which has two hinge joints. This cape works just like the one on the Masterpiece figure. Pegs in, has these two hinge joints here, which allows it to flay out like this, so that you may recreate that famous Starscream sweeping the cape pose, like in the movie, when he's got his stuff on, he kind of goes like this, and he's like, "My fellow Decepticons!" And he flays out his cape like that. So there you go. There's the famous Coronation Starscream pose. You can try to get this guy to sit on the throne still, but he won't sit while he has the cape on. So if you want a better, more traditional looking king sitting on throne look, there you go. You can have his coronation with the shoulder pads and crown while he's on the throne, and then the cape will just have to peg onto the back like it did before. And that is basically it for my review on the Transformers Studio Series 86 Coronation Starscream / Earthrise Starscream. And honestly, this figure is not that great. If you already own the Earthrise figure, it doesn't really feel that worth it to pick this guy up because you're only buying it just for the accessories. And so, it's, this mold is not good. I don't care what anyone says about it, it doesn't look animation accurate. I mean, obviously, screen accuracy to animation is a little questionable because G1 was never always, done correctly. Like, colors would change and yada yada, and there's always animation errors. But, like, from the movie's standpoint, because this is based on the animation movie, this does not look like Starscream proportionally. He looks too fat-looking, but I appreciate that Hasbro tried to go the extra mile and give him the ankle pivot and the posable hands, but this is based on an outdated mold, and it really shows its age. And I just don't like the way how it came out. The painting and everything is good. It's a good toy. It's just not the most definitive version of Starscream. But what makes this figure tolerable to me to own is the fact that he comes with the Coronation gear. If this figure was sold without the Coronation gear and it was just Studio Series 86 Starscream, this figure would probably get a much lower rating than I'm going to give it now. But because it has the Coronation gear and that extra throne, I have to balance out my opinion between all the things. And overall, I do like this set, but only pick it up. I only encourage you to pick it up if you don't own that Earthrise figure, because this really is just the exact same thing. So, yeah, that's basically it for my review on the Studio. In my opinion, they should have just trashed the whole Starscream and just made an entirely brand new, redone mold that had nothing to do with the other ones. And I don't care if that meant more Seeker repaints for Thundercracker, Skywarp. Just a brand new mold would have sufficed for me, and it would have been a lot easier for everyone else, especially for those who are trying to get a Skywarp. But yeah, that's basically it for my review on the Transformers Studio Series Starscream. If I had to give him a rating, I give him a solid 6 out of 10. Maybe a 7 if I'm being generous, but really, the only thing that's making me love this set is his accessories. The figure himself is a little bit lacking. But the Siege figure is not that much different. The only thing that figure has over this guy is his posability. But anyway, that's basically it for my review on this figure. If you guys enjoyed the review, be sure to give me a like on the video, or dislike, doesn't matter anymore. And, yeah, comment down below, whatever. Let me hear your opinion about this figure. Do you think this figure looks fat, or is it just me? But anyway, thank you all for watching. This has been Briximus Prime, and I'll catch you guys next time.